This is topic D on page 91, assigning resources to tasks. With resources entered and resource calendars decided, you are ready for the next step in the creation of your project plan, which is to connect the resources with the appropriate tasks. In this topic, you will assign resources to the tasks in your project plan. The first way to assign resources to tasks is using the Team Planner view. So if I go over to my view bar, scroll down, you have the Team Planner view available here. And this is the easiest way to see how your resources are allocated across the project. You can find the Team Planner view by scrolling down the view bar. Alternatively, you can select the Resource tab on the ribbon, and Team Planner will be the default displayed in the View command group on the far left. In the Team Planner view, all the work resources are shown in the left pane going down here. So you can see Gary Clark, the maid, volunteers 1 through 4, container, and if I scroll up, there are more as well. So these are all the resources available in this project right now. The tasks to which they are assigned are displayed in the right pane. So I'm in 2020 right now. This project actually took place in 2016. So I got to scroll to the left, and you can see some tasks come up. So here, finalize plans and develop estimate with owner architect. This has been applied to the general task, architect, finalize plans and develop estimate with owner architect. So this resource has been assigned to this task because they are in line going across. Unassigned tasks appear in the bottom pane of the Team Planner. So any that show down here along this bottom section, here we have demolition of old house. This has not had any resources assigned to it as of yet. This one, if I hover over it, place containers, that task has no resources assigned to it. You can assign a task to a single resource by dragging it from the bottom pane to a date in the desired resources row. Similarly, you can reassign a task by dragging it from one resources row to another. You can also reschedule a task by dragging it from one date to another. So let's say for place containers, well, what resource would I need for that task? Obviously, at least I'm going to need the container resource because that's what I'm placing, right? So with this task at the bottom, I can click and drag that up and place it in the container row. Oops, what happened here? Click and drag it directly up to the same date there, and now the container resource has been assigned to this task. All right, so this is one way to assign resources, and it's good because you see where the tasks fall into the timeline. I prefer the assign resources dialog box of assigning resources. It's just my preference, but you may have a different preference, and that's fine. Many people like this Team Planner view. Now we're going to take a look at another way. So I'm going to switch back to my Gantt chart view. And in the Gantt chart view, you can use the Assign Resources dialog box to assign resources to tasks. So before I open that dialog box, I'm going to click and drag this over. You can see this has a resource name column. And any resources that have been assigned to these tasks are listed here. So the general contractor is able to give 50% of his work to this particular task. Architect is giving 50% of his time. Owner, 12%. So any resources that are assigned to these tasks are listed here. If you wanted to assign a resource just from the task entry table, let's say I needed to assign a person to haul the waste. When I click into the cell here, I get a drop down, and all of the resources for the project are available here. And I can just check off the resource that I want to assign. Click anywhere out of that, and you can see Volunteer 1 is now assigned to haul waste. Another way is by using our Assign Resources dialog box. To do that, we go up to our Resources tab on our ribbon, and in the Assignments command group, here we have the Assign Resources command, which opens up our dialog box. Now, let's say I wanted to assign the plumbing contractor to task number 53. So I need to scroll down. Even though my dialog box is open, I can still scroll in my task entry table. I'm going to scroll down to 53, which is the to rough in the plumbing. So I want to assign the plumbing contractor to that. So what I do, first select the task by clicking on the row ID number. Then in my dialog box, I would scroll down to find that particular resource. Here we have plumbing contractor. I'm going to click to select that, and I'm going to hit the assign button. I can specify how much of his time and work he's able to, give to this particular task. But now that has been assigned. It's checked off when this task is highlighted. And you can see plumbing contractor now comes up in the resource name column. Now, when I'm assigning different resources to different tasks, I don't have to keep closing out of my Assign Resources dialog box. I can keep this open. Let's say for task number 104, I'm going to keep the Resources dialog box open, scroll down to 104, which is Install Appliances. And let's say I wanted to, let me first select that, 104. You can see my screen here resets. The appliance contractor is right now assigned to this. Let's just say I want to assign the electrical contractor as well. We need him on that job. Another way of assigning the resources is the drag and drop method. If I hover over this, let me first select it. If I select the electric contractor and then hover over the gray box to the left of it, you can see my cursor changes to the arrow, but it also has a little face icon next to it. If I click into this box and drag it, you can see now I have a plus sign, and drop it onto the task that I want to assign it to, let go of my mouse button. Now the electrical contractor has been assigned as well. So you can either select the task, select your resources, and then click assign, or you can use that drag and drop method to drop it onto the task. All right, so that's your Assign Resources dialog box. Now, on the bottom of 77, we're going to take a look at the Task Usage Table view. So if I click Task Usage in my view bar, I'm going to pull over this dividing line here, and I'm going to scroll up to the top. This Task Usage Table displays a list of tasks showing assigned resources under each. Each of the rows under a task represents the link between a particular task and a single resource. The details for the assignments, such as planned work and cost, are displayed in the columns. So you can see here I have the task, finalize plans, and I think it's deadlines. Finalize plans and develop estimate with owner and architect. That's the task. Indented underneath, you can see are the resources that are assigned to that particular task. So right now, general contractor, architect, owner, mortgage lender. It shows how much work they're dedicating to this task. When each start and end date is for the resource. So anytime you'll see in this task usage view, indented underneath the tasks in italics, again, are the resources that have been assigned to this particular task. So an easy way to see that.
Your next video will be Activity 5.4 on page 95.